Alright, y'all. It's a late episode, but it's a quick episode. This is voices for your semi-final week. We've got 2 matches to be played, or 2 sets to be played, the top 4, and yeah, all that good stuff. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of history. I'm going to talk about, I guess that's kind of it, just a little bit of history. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you in chat and next week and all that good stuff. Peace! Alright, y'all. I didn't extend the invite for voices this week because this is going to be a pretty short episode. We are in the semifinals. The semifinals is this week, and it's all, kind of coming down to this. There's 4 players left, and yeah, I'm just going to talk about a little bit of history in these matchups. But before I do that, round 2. So I am the number 1 seed right now, or this season, I guess. I played Ian last week. I won my set against him 2-0. Brendan, I guess let's jump down to the number 2. So Dan was the number 2 seed this season. He played Mike, the defending champion from season 9, and Mike won that 2-0. That's the only set that we didn't get to see. But again, Mike kind of came out on top there. And then the 3 seed is Aris. He played Zach. That was the battle of essentially, 7 championships in between those 2 players. Aris won 2-1. And yeah, pretty good stuff. And then the 4 seed, so Brendan and Jay, they got their rematch, and Brendan ended up coming out on top there, defeating Jay in that set 2-1 as well. So that's round 2, and again, we are on to semis this week, where I am matching up with Brendan, and we play Friday, so we haven't played yet. I'm sure he's prepping, as am I, and yeah, that's going to happen on Friday, so we'll know who goes on to finals next week then. But then Aris and Mike, so the Battle of the Brothers, they played already. So if you want to find out who won, I'm pretty sure you can if you really want to know that bad. They've played, and I think you can go check that out right now. But yeah, so that was the other semifinal match, the 3 versus 9 matchup, the Battle of the Brothers, and one of those players is going to move on to finals. So Aris will have an opportunity for his 5th title, or Mike will have the opportunity to defend his season 9 championship in finals next week against Brendan or myself. So fun stuff. All right, so a little bit of history with these semifinal matchups. So the first matchup is myself versus Brendan, and we played 3 times in the regular season. I have won twice. Brendan has won once. We've actually played in the playoffs 5 times, so 5 matches overall over the course of 3 seasons. So Brendan has actually beaten me 3 times, and I've beaten him twice. And then we played once in the season. Brendan, excuse me, I'm sorry. I was like, wait, did I win that? No, my notes are correct. I just was looking too fast or something, I don't know. But yeah, Brendan did beat me in week 4 this season, so he did take that matchup. So good stuff there. But yeah, going back to the playoff matchups that we've had, we've matched up in 3 seasons back to back to back. So the first time we met was in season 6 in the play-in round, which I think that was actually Brendan's rookie year. Let me go back and look at season 5. I don't think Brendan was in season 5. If I look at the standings. Wait a minute, where the heck are the standings at? Oh, there they go. Yeah, I don't see Brendan. Jay, Kitson, Zach, Dan, Aris, Jordan, Ian, SB, Mike, Joey, DJ, Brian, Charles. Yeah, I don't see Brendan in season 5, so I think season 6 was his first year. But we did meet in season 6 in the play-in round. Brendan knocked me out, so Brendan did advance, and I was knocked out. And then in season 7, so again, the very next season, we played in semifinals, and I won that matchup 2-1. And I actually had to go back and look at that, and I was like, I remember that being like the Uber season, and it was actually a pretty crazy. The last couple turns, he had his Eveltal out. I think my tailwind went down, or his tailwind went down, and I was iron heading him, and I was, pause, that was a little weird. But I did come out on top in season 7, so I moved on to finals, where I ultimately lost to Zach. That sucks. But Brendan, and I matched up in semis, and I did come out on top 2-1. And then in season 8, so again, season 6 we matched up, season 7 we matched up, season 8 we matched up again in the play-in round, and he beats me that season as well. So he does have the edge in overall sets. He's taken essentially 3 of them to my 1. I'm sorry, 2 of them to my 1. And then he's got, in the 5 games that we've played, he's won 3, I've won 2. So good stuff. And then on the flip side, on the other side of the bracket, Aris and Mike. So the Battle of the Brothers, they've been playing since, they haven't played every season. I think Mike took a season or 2 off. But these are 2 OGs since season 1. They are brothers, and they are both champions. So that's kind of cool as well. But they've played in the regular season 10 times. Aris has won 5. Mike has won 5. Right down the middle. They've met in the playoffs. They've played 8 times. They've matched up 3 times. And I'm actually going to talk about that in 1 second because it's kind of interesting, each of the prior matchups they have. But they've played 8 games. Aris has won 4. Mike has won 4. And then this past season, Mike did beat Aris in week 5. And interestingly enough, that was Aris's last loss in the regular season. He rung off 7 straight wins after that week 5 loss. And then he did lose a game to Zach last week, but he did win the set. So, I mean, is it really a loss? I could see, yes or no. But yeah, Aris has been on a pretty, significant, I guess, win streak, but he's been on a tear, essentially. He's been on a tear since week 5, since that loss against Mike. But talking about their playoff matchup history, they first met way back in season 2 in semifinals, where Aris won 2-1 to go on to the finals, and that's ultimately his second championship season. And then they met again in season 4. So that's still, season 2, I want to say that was still 2016, 2017, 2018. Season 4 was 2018. And Aris won that set as well, which was another semifinal matchup. Aris won that 2-1. So they meet in season 2 semis, they meet in season 4 semis, and then they meet in season 9 semifinals. So every time they've met in the playoffs has been in the semifinal round. And then including this year, season 10, they're meeting in the semifinals again. So it's just kind of crazy. But season 9, that was Mike's championship year, so he naturally did win. And if I remember correctly, I think there was like some item thing that Aris had that ultimately cost him he kind of relinquished the set at that point. He was like, it's not that deep, it's not that serious. I'm going to go ahead and let Mike take this dub. And Mike, went on to win his first championship. But I just think it's crazy that every time they've matched up in the playoffs in the last, 10 seasons, it's been in the semifinal round, which is pretty cool. So, but yeah, that's all I got. So again, pretty quick episode this week. Nothing too crazy. Semifinals. Brendan and I have to play, and then Aris and Mike have played. So if you want to go check that out, I guess you can. Or, I'd probably recommend waiting till Sunday. That's where you're going to see all the fanfare with the stream and things like that. So, yeah, it's just crazy stuff. But yeah, that's all I got. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short episode, and I'll probably do the same thing next week with, if Brendan or myself make it to finals, whoever matches up against, Aris or Mike from that side of the bracket. We'll talk about that in a short episode as well. But yeah, that's all for now. And I'll see you guys next time. See you in chat. See you next week. Peace.